in Gambia?
Okay, so I went to a conference some years ago. An interpreter from the Gambia, sign language interpreter from the Gambia, came to the conference, and essentially at that time the Gambia was ruled by a dictator. And so most services like this are supported by external funders. Their funder had pulled out. They weren't going to be able to carry on interpreting. And so at the conference, about £1,000 was raised within an hour, which was fantastic. And I just sat there thinking, but what happens when that money runs out? Because then they're back to square one. So with a group of other interpreters, we agreed that we would pay £5 a month each. We'd collect that money up and we'd guarantee it for 5 years. And so we would pay their salaries, their travel costs, and just make it possible. But of course, that's where things like that start. And then what happens is they needed training. They'd never had any formal training in interpreting. So we raised some money, we went out and trained them. Then there was a conference of interpreters out there, the first conference of sign language interpreters in Africa. So again, we supported them to go and do that.
So how many interpreters are there?
So 40,000 deaf people, roughly, in the Gambia, 4 interpreters.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, I mean, you can do the maths. So there is nowhere near enough. And the thing is, again, going back to that thing about my mum in the nursery school, not having interpreters in the Gambia means not being part of your family's conversations. It means them arranging a marriage without talking to you. It means that you're not going to be able to go to a job interview. You're not going to be able to get healthcare that's suitable. So we talk about supporting interpreters, but we're really talking about supporting deaf people in the Gambia.
Do you, in a situation, excuse me, in a country like that, do you have to effectively write a new lexicon of signing if a country's had no real history of its own sign language?
So in the Gambia, they have got their own Gambian Sign Language, which is emerging and developing. And as deaf people get more access to society, as they have better jobs, as they get access to higher education, that language will develop. So I'm really careful not to import British Sign Language. That's just another kind of colonialism.
More information can be found on the Gambia Interpreters website if you are interested, by the way. Darren, for the moment, thank you very much. It's Darren Townsend-Handscomb.
Thank you is now the slot when we offer you an opportunity to thank someone for a good deed done, but which was left unthanked for